Winning, peace and love, family, peace and love. It's your boy Chris Enlightened coming back again with some more spiritual battles. And today I'm going in on weed and spirituality. This is a good one, family. This is a good one. Weed and spirituality. This is a good one, family, because if you smoke weed, you ain't trying to hear stop smoking weed. It's just as simple as that. I used to be a connoisseur, a technician. I used to feast on weed back in the day. But I realized that I had to dissolve my need to need weed. And once I did that, different doors of opportunity opened up for me. Now, I'm not saying stop smoking weed. All I'm saying is, if you haven't tried stop smoking weed, see how far you can go without it. Different doors of opportunity will open up for you when you stop. Now, if you do decide to stop, if you do decide to go back, be mindful of how you feel. You know what I mean? If you're losing off of weed, after 6 months, if you're doing worse off of weed than you were when you were doing weed, I'm not saying go back and do weed. I'm just saying do you. But I haven't met anyone who stopped smoking weed that's losing. I haven't met anyone like that. I'll take my wife, for example. Years ago when we were kids, she stopped. She said, I'm done. And she started developing abilities and things like that. And I was still going, like, you know what, I'm going strong. I ain't trying to hear that. But I seen her growing spiritually, and she was leaving me. She was having dreams of grandeur. She started tapping into her oracle abilities. She started doing this, and she became the divine queen that she is today. People pay her hundreds of dollars an hour just to have readings with her because she made a choice to evolve spiritually. And she hasn't been back. Me, on the other hand, I'm playing catch up because I've only been clean almost 3 years now. But again, I'm not telling you to do that. All I'm saying is, give it a shot. Try it. I noticed that when I was smoking weed, I couldn't remember none of my dreams. I was up late eating delicious food, watching scary movies, horror movies, fighting movies. And then when I did remember my dreams, it was always something horror or fighting. It was whatever I was feeding my subconscious mind is what I was dreaming about. Now, off of weed, I have dreams of grandeur. I have these eloquent dreams. I've had these dreams of me being God. I have my dreams meeting gods. I have dreams flying in the sky, helping people, going through portals, beating higher evolved sentient beings, and things like that off of weed. Because when you smoke weed, if you're trying to remember your dreams, you're going to be too heavy. You're going to be clouded, and your mind's going to be clouded. And when you wake up, you won't even be able to recall your dreams. So if you're like, man, I ain't dreamed in years, ask yourself, did I smoke last night? If you smoked last night, more than likely, you ain't gonna remember your dream. One thing about me that I noticed with my spirituality was when I was smoking weed and I didn't get no weed on Friday night, my weekend was shot. I wasn't productive, I wasn't writing, I wasn't helping people, I wasn't being creative at all. It was as if the deity that makes me creative wasn't giving me anything. And then I realized that I don't need anything external outside of me to help me tap in within. I have everything that I need. And whatever those creative juices that are in you, naturally, when you have weed, more than likely they don't activate. It makes you lazy. It made me lazy. It might not make you lazy. You might be winning. But you can't lie to yourself. If you're not where you want to be in life and you're smoking weed, take that weed money and invest that money. Invest that weed money in your spirituality. Invest that weed money in spiritual tools. Invest that weed money in traveling. You know what I'm saying, family? There's other things you can do because it's not addictive. You just do it because you love it. And I'm here to tell you, I cannot deny the way you feel on weed. You feel great. You be like, man, this is it. Oh my goodness. You know what I'm saying? You feel good, happy, hungry, happy. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that is a bad thing. I'm just saying if you want to take your spirituality to that next level, challenge yourself to do without. Same thing with liquor. I don't drink no more. If I do decide to drink, I decide to drink. It's not bad or good or bad. It just is what it is. I'm not trying to drink with my tools on and anything like that. I try not to. So I don't want you guys thinking like Chris Enlightened said, don't smoke weed and drink. All I'm saying is limit it. Try to dissolve your need to need it. You know, vices are here until you no longer need that vice. If you've been smoking weed for 5, 10, 15, 20 or more years, you know what it feels like to be high. So whatever feeling you get while you high, try to tap into that feeling naturally. Try to tap into that feeling naturally and see how far you can take it. Okay, family? So I don't want you to think you gotta hide or lie to other people like I smoke weed but I'm on my spiritual practices. It don't matter, family. It don't matter. But I'm telling you that it does matter when you choose to evolve. You want to challenge yourself because challenges help you evolve. You cannot be who you want to be if you're doing the things you've always done, okay, family? So be mindful of what you're doing, what you're drinking, what you're smoking. Stop cursing if you can. And watch your life change. I'm speaking from my own level of understanding, family. I used to smoke, cuss, drink heavy. I couldn't say a sentence without cursing. You know, back in the day, when me and my wife first met, she told me, like, you curse a lot. I was like, do I? She was like, yeah. She wasn't cursing at all. She was the first female that I've ever met that didn't curse. You know, I was from the hood. And I was just intrigued by how she was able to hold a conversation and not use any barnyard vernacular. She wasn't cursing, but she was still getting her point across. And I challenged myself to read more, to meet her where she was at. And you know, she fell in love with me. You know what I mean? So to this day, you never heard me curse at any of my videos, and I still get my point across. The same thing, I've never done a video high and not being able to get my point across. I'm not the same Chris Enlightened on weed than I am without alpha weed. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be able to get any of this message over to you if I was on weed because I wouldn't even make a video. I'm like, you know, I ain't making a video. I'm going to just chill. And that's what weed does for me. And everyone that I know who smoke weed, they just want to chill. They don't want to do nothing. They don't want to drop no spiritual fiddles. So if you're ready to grow spiritually, you're ready to be creative, challenge yourself to give it up for 60 days. And I assure you, after 60 days, you'll no longer have a need to need weed. So on that note, family, hopefully you got some Jews on spirituality and weed. So if you want to support me, check out my other YouTube page, Two Melanated Minds. Go out to Amazon.com and pick up my books, The Enlightened Talk, Poverty Consciousness, Wealth Consciousness, Dissolving Your Limitations, and my new book dropping next month in June 2020, C equals C, Consciousness equals Choice. If you want to support my wife, Divine Queen, check out her book on Amazon called I Am. Ooh, her book's a banger, family. Her book's a banger. So on that note, it's your boy Chris Enlightened. You already know what I'm doing. I'm out here winning.